Hey, what is up? What is going on, everybody? This is Encounter Roleplay. I'm Strider Heap, and today we are playing episode 6, I think, of Rise of the Dark Side. Let's go around the cast and crew really quick, figure out who we are, who we're playing. Let's start with Kayla, everyone's favorite droid, Spore. Kayla, what's up?
Hi. Nothing. My name's Kayla, and I'm playing Spore, designated medical research droid and mother of a bunch of children. I tell them not to lick things. That's the extent of my participation thus far. Yay!
Self-proclaimed medical research droid, possibly some kind of assassin droid sent here to kill the Jedi. But we'll get to that when we get to that. Let's see. I want to go with the Twi'lek that is here. Grant was unable to make it, so we will... Amber, Lyra, you can come up with the rap intro instead of Grant.
Oh, goodness. No, you don't want that. Nobody wants that. But yeah, I'm Amber. I play Lyra, Jedi Guardian, and sister to the other Twi'lek in the group, Geo.
Awesome. Do you have any idea what color lightsaber she's going to go for? It's a secret. Talking about people who keep things secret. Let's go to our Zabrak Pow. That is one heck of a segue, huh? Shauna, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. Playing Pow. Zabrak Mandalorian likes to shoot things and blow things up pretty much and keep the rest of the party alive from what seems to be a lot of murderous mouse droids, so excited.
Well, there should be plenty of time to shoot things and watch explosions today.
Mm-hmm.
Last but not least, Lindy, tell us about Ezla.
Hi, I'm Lindy, and I will be playing Ezla Core, Mira Luca, Force Adept, kind of a Jedi. She's got a sword right now. It's real rusty, and it tastes kind of funky. She likes to lick things. She also pretends to be a blind kid most of the time because she thinks it's hilarious, and also she gets that good little pity aspect that leaves people, more vulnerable to being taken advantage of. And, that's basically her in a nutshell. She's a nut.
I really like Ezla putting forth the nut persona. A lot of kids do that when they got stressful shit going on. And I think everyone here has at least a plethora of stressful shit going on. Well, cool, that is our cast for today. Before we begin today's show, I will remind you guys we are sponsored, of course, by Fantasy Grounds, as always, our virtual tabletop of choice. All the beautiful rolls and dice and things you'll see tonight are brought to you by Fantasy Grounds, which you can try for free at fantasygrounds.com. And miniatures, you need them. You can get them at waylandgames.co.uk. The cool thing is D&D. Also, you can get your Warhammer. Also, you can get your 40k minis. I'm sure I'm going to go find a bunch of cool droids and take them apart and glue them together and try to make my own Spore. Maybe I'll get some, tabaxi legs. Paint them gray or silver or something. Most importantly, though, you, the chat, you can interact with today's game. If you haven't followed yet, hit the follow button to join us, because when we hit 20 followers, we get a viewer decision, and you get to decide something. The last viewer decision decided that the party was being attacked by explosive mouse droids, which are, as you're going to see, is going to affect the story quite a bit in just a second. Same goes for retweets, though. When we hit 20 retweets on this tweet here in chat, we will have another viewer decision. Of course, you can also donate to affect the game as well. You can give your favorite players and characters nat 20s to help them out. You can give the other ones nat 1s to make whatever they try to do completely fail at the worst possible moment. We have wild force surges and worse. So, without further ado, let's get into it. I recall last time, the children and their droid mom have all gone to a cave on the planet of Dantooine. This cave is glowing bright. It is not a musty, wet, stinky cave, but it is glowing. It is like a rave in here. There's crystals growing out of the grounds, ceilings, floor of all different kinds of colors. And the party is going to decide which ones they want to harvest to create the Jedi's weapon of choice, the lightsaber. The Jedi Master Javan, kind of the teacher, or if Spore's the mom, I guess he's the dad of the group. He pulled Pow aside to have a conversation. They were interrupted, however, when there's little high-pitched squeaks. Rotors, little motors running, the wheels slipping on the wet cave floor. You guys step around the corner and Pow and Javan see mouse droids packed with C4 pouring in through the entrance, dozens and dozens and dozens. Javan reaches up and scratches the side of his face. Ah, are those friends of yours, Pow? How? What do you do?
I just take out my gun and get ready to defend myself, basically. Just get in the stance to get ready to fight.
If you want to lose a shot out, you can. You can shoot at these things.
Yeah, I'll take a shot. Yeah, I should just lose one on one of these little mouse droids.
Let's see the first roll of the session.
Let's see. Wait. Had. That is. There's so many of
With
them.
the 9, you see the little surveillance droid. It's a little tiny black sphere, and it is watching you, and it is watching Javan. You pull your blaster rifle out and loose the shot. These things are much more coordinated than you remember them last, or at least without their eyes floating there. For as soon as the blast is loosed, they move. They part like a rock in a stream. You can see the cave floor where your blaster bolt hits. So 'tis a bad then.
Yes, they explode. So watch out. What should we do?
Okay, explosions. Got it. Javan sticks a left hand out. The ones at the front mouse droids, they tumble backwards, losing ground off their wheels. I can totally talk tonight. I really can. The front row, the front surge coming at you, is stopped. They start getting pushed back. The other mouse droids behind them quickly piling up and falling over, though. Okay. Multiple opponents. Got it. How, do you want to do anything? They're probably going to be on you by the end of next round.
Alright. I'll just look at Javan's like, we should tell the other. We should find them. Maybe they need help. Maybe we need help.
Okay,
Do you want me to stand here
make
with
up.
you, or do you want me to go?
Yes,
Tell them.
let's go. And he will let you take point. He will walk backwards slowly. There is a manual rope-operated elevator that they all use to go down to further floors. Short girl has followed us. Welcome to the party. Let's get some more of those followers going on. Get some viewer decisions. Let's see if Javan can actually do something. 8 is not much better of a roll. He squints his face. He squints his eyes, looks forward, sticks out a hand, not pushing at them with the force this time, but his hand squeezes together. One of them explodes, which of course sets off a chain reaction. The mouth of the cave glows bright as mouse after mouse droid ignite. The explosion isn't visible for long, as yet again rocks and stones start caving in from the top of the room. Javan just feet behind where they're falling. Pow, you reach the little elevator. You can start yanking the rope to try to get the platform back up to this floor. The rest of you downstairs, the ground shakes. There are obvious explosions overhead. Little crystals shaking the ceiling, none of them falling yet. And then, as you look at each other, the elevator starts going back up.
I
Is
thought we
Lyra
were
with
supposed to
them?
be going down.
You've gotten out on a lower floor. You are standing subterranean
Oh,
underneath.
okay.
We're not on the elevator.
Underneath the main floor. Mhm.
Okay.
The question is,
Oh.
Lyra is here, right? Since I missed last session.
Yeah, is it the three? Is it the three of us together?
It is.
Okay.
You three have entered a different chamber, different colors in here, the rarer ones, the oranges, the yellows, the purples. And as soon as the explosions happen upstairs and dust starts settling, the elevator leaves. Potentially trapping you down
That
here.
was bad. I don't think whatever's going on up there is good.
Spore just starts
Maybe
shouting
the
and
guys-
waving his arms like, ah!
Maybe we're just supposed to, sit down here till we pick our lightsaber crystal and then go send it back down.
He just scoops Ezla up under one arm and starts running at the elevator, like trying to grab it. Like,
And do we know that the other two are up there?
Yeah, you know that Javan and the
Okay.
Power upstairs.
I'm sure
Guys, they
everything is
probably need
fine.
help.
yeah, I just run at the elevator. I'm guessing it's probably gone. Are we in trouble?
You could grab the rope and try to force it back down.
Oh, I would like to do that. I would.
Roll me a
Drive
strength
on
check.
strong.
Pow!
Oh,
I need you to
under-
roll me a strength check.
I want to use my 20.
Oh.
Wait. Use one of my 20s.
Pow!
So I have
my
a
God.
weekend.
Oh
With
no.
a natural 20 compared to a natural 1.
Natural 1.
Let's see. Pow, you're not expecting this. The elevator is coming up smoothly. You got a good rhythm going. But when it yanks, you feel your feet leave the ground. Roll me a reflex saving throw.
Oh, okay. More rolls. Okay.
Spore is
Gotta be
definitely
running
pulling
that.
one-handed,
Gotta be
by the way,
running that.
because he's got Ezla.
Because he's got me in the other arm.
Okay, that's
Hey, we appreciate the cheer. Thank you for participating in our game.
That's a back reason.
hey.
23, that is not bad. That's much better than a nat 1.
That, yes.
Yanked off
a
your
bit.
feet. The last thing you see is you're upside down, plummeting into the elevator shaft. Is Javan's face turn around with big eyes and look at you before all becomes blackness.
Mm.
Spore, whatever is taking it up there, you've yanked it free. You're in control. You're yanking it back down. As it gains, as it comes back down and is almost eye level with you, Pal lands on her feet, pretty hard with a thud. Dust blows up into your face. The elevator's yanked out of your hands and hits the floor with a thud.
I shout and drop Ezla because I did not expect Pow to fall down.
Lyra's just got these like wide eyes, like looking at like Hulk droid mom, where I'm just like, whoa.
Yeah, he just like,
It was just like, boom, and then Pow falls from the ceiling, and Lyra's just sitting there like,
I just look at Sport
Pick
like,
myself off the
that was
floor.
you?
yes? Did you
What was-
underestimate my natural strength?
Oh,
guys, what
Well-
was the big boom up there?
well. We have more mouse droids.
I don't like mice. I don't like
Oh
mice
yeah, like
at
those
all.
things that you said were following you guys in that other place.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
they followed us. There are many of them. Javan's hopefully holding his own up there, but we should be careful just in case they manage to get down here as well.
When you say that...
Uncharacteristically, oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay, I was gonna say uncharacteristically, Lyra's normally kind of confident and whatnot, but she's just looks really squeamish, and she's like, "How many mice?"
When you mention Javan hopefully holding his own, you hear panicked, "Oh, move!"
Okay, yeah.
You can
just
roll out of the
immediately
way
just-
as
Yep.
Javan also lands with a thud on his feet. The Jedi Master, seemingly doing about as well as you, and able to land.
That's good.
The explodey, boomy things getting through the rocks. Let us go. Okay, come on, go. Scoot.
Okay, I'm following.
Run.
Yes, it's right.
I'll pick Ezla back up and just put her back on my back.
You make it another 10, 15 yards into this tunnel. You hear the same.
Oh.
It's such a big explosion. He froze. It's crazy. Oh my
no.
gosh, we're all gonna die.
All right, where's the?
And then we ran away down the tunnel, and the rocks fell. But they killed all the mouse droids, and everything was fine.
Nothing
Yes.
bad happened to us.
Nothing bad.
My VMix
No.
will freeze up a little bit sometimes.
Okay.
I think
That's
I'm
okay. I
back.
told you what happened next. We're fine. All the mouse droids are dead.
Everyone's fine.
They are.
20s. Mm-hmm.
They all exploded. Everything is fine, or at least that's what you thought, until you hear the high-pitched squeaking and beeping again. They are plummeting down the elevator shaft. They no longer know.
Uh-oh.
They
Uh-oh.
no longer know how
Oh,
to
no.
track us and just kamikaze into the elevator shaft,
Yep.
causing
That's what I
us
heard.
have to find another way out. But it's
They
okay
all-
because they're not chasing us anymore.
They hit each other and they explode. That's right.
Yeah.
And we're
That's
all
what
fine.
happened.
We are safe. We're
Yeah.
fine.
Did
Think
I
that's
explode?
fine.
Yeah, they all
I unplugged the Ethernet
kamikazed.
cable. I'm on the Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi seems to work better with vMix, so I am here for good. They are
Okay,
plummeting
apparently.
down the elevator shaft, and then it seems their instructions, whatever their remote control being told, full throttle forward. They scurry in all directions. Some of them hit walls. Some of them go forward and slip on stalagmites or stalactites. Mites? I want to say mites.
Mites are on the ground. Yeah.
I got it.
G in it.
Mhm.
Mites are on the ceilings.
I think like we're actually like mumbling this as we're running. You're like, it's
Yeah.
mites or mites.
Which one is it on the ground? You guys
It's
were running
mites.
at a breakneck speed. The majority of these things are piling up, but like always, it seems their strength is just their sheer numbers, as quite a few of them are making their way forward. Javin is not breathing hard at all. He's just calmly looking left and right. We need to find a narrow, tiny tunnel. Somewhere we can funnel them all. As he
I'll
mentions
keep
it,
my eyeballs peeled.
as the terrible blind jokes inevitably are uttered, Javin will get big eyes, kind of put arms around those of you to the left and start pushing you to the right. Oh, over there, that way. The ground will shake as more mouse droids inevitably start exploding in the elevator shaft behind you. As you rush forward, the stones jostling, dust falling, and the crystals making almost wind chime-like noises as they barely jostle around in the ceiling. You all
There you go.
smash together in this little tunnel. You start elbowing your way through, working your way forward. Javin stops and turns around. Oh, okay, that should be far enough. You all remember the Sarisu training? Yes. He
What training?
pulls out his extra long
Sure.
lightsaber. The one with the rain and the hurricane.
Oh yeah, that one that we didn't do, but you did. We watched Gio do it too, but he cheated.
There's no difference between rain and fire, right? They should be the same thing. Javin starts slowly swinging his extended, activated purple lightsaber back and forth. Conservation of momentum. He starts spinning it around his head. He starts spinning himself in a big circle. The white part of the lightsaber seeming to extend. It doesn't look like he's really moving any faster to the untrained eye, but his movements become blurred. And slowly, there's nothing but a sphere of white light in front of you, digging into the ceiling, the sides of the tunnel, the floor. It's bright in here. He's illuminating everything. And there's a cacophony. The explosions don't stop. The ground doesn't stop shaking for minutes. And the light doesn't flicker, doesn't falter, doesn't fade. Stones fall in the tunnel behind you, blocking your way any further into the cave. But eventually, after what feels like an eternity, the lightsaber slows down. Javin is sweating, but he looks calm. He deignites his lightsaber, and in front of you are black, scorched stones. You're in a little bubble underground. Oh. That's, not how I was expecting today to go.
That was purple.
Are you
Lyra's just like-
laughing?
How were you
That's-
expecting today to go? I just expect this kind of stuff at this point. Whatever, it just happens.
Maybe I'm naive, but I thought maybe like a grocery shopping trip. We'd go, we'd pick out the things we liked, we'd feel them, make sure they're fresh, come back. You said you seen these things before.
Grocery run?
What are
I've been on one of
groceries?
those.
Have you never been shopping?
I've been dumpster diving.
Pretty much the same thing, just with
Okay.
credit cards. Get it? Credits, it's a pun. Alright. Spore, you keep them in all single file. Ezla, think of a grocery shopping list. You're in charge next time.
Yeah. The person who's never
more
been-
cheese puffs. More cheese puffs.
Oh God, no more cheese
cheese
puffs.
puffs.
We're gonna,
Yeah, just vegetables would be good for you.
all right, we're gonna get
for them, not for
fermented
me.
potatoes.
For you too.
Javin's lightsaber ignites again. He holds it in front of him, this time spinning around on seemingly its own volition until it's just a disk of pure white light. He slowly starts marching forward, back the way he came, through all the debris and collapsed tunnel. This will only take a few minutes, if you can all still find some kind of crystals down here, we could salvage some kind of meaning out of this field trip.
Okay.
All right.
He's able to quickly cut through the bulk of the debris. The room kind of opens up again. It seems like most of the explosions were centralized almost directly on him, or at least barely in front of him. The crystals, most of them are shattered. There's little fragments all over the ground. There's a rainbow of colors casting their lights across all of you, all of your faces. The rest of the tunnels, they don't seem to become any more dull or stop glowing now that they're broken into little shards on the ground. If you find some you want to collect yourself, go ahead. There's plenty around, though. Find one that speaks to you. And he will continue his excavating forward.
Spore's gonna
Ezla.
delicately step over crystals, by the way. He's carrying Ezla and he's like delicately stepping over them.
Ezla, you are being carried over these crystals very delicately, might I add.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do any catch your proverbial eyes?
Well, let me see here. I'm looking with, my mind's eye. Colors are kind of wonky, but I think I want to, I gotta do the taste test to make sure that, we're compatible.
Okay, you will find.
So-
do you want me to roll? for the
If I
taste
can
test?
find, yeah, I'm gonna try to find what I think is purple, and what I think is a green, and
Okay.
maybe like a different kind of funky color, like if I could find an orange or some yellow.
The orange tastes like crystal. It's almost warm to the touch. Doesn't really stand out to you, though. The purple, being a 17, is substantially better. Is Ezla a fan of artificial grape flavor?
Yeah. It's like Dimetap.
Green is
It's a delicacy in the back streets, I tell you.
green is comparable as far as the taste testing is concerned. Orange is in a far, far third. The other two
Okay.
almost neck and neck.
When we kind of like, look the purple one. Look, I don't have anything green on my desk, but I'm just gonna sample them for a little, but I am leaning towards the grape because it's pretty good.
You all hear mention of grapes. Let's see. Spore. Ezla's hopping down and licking crystals now. This would be the time to sample the local flora.
Yes. Is there anything around other than crystals? Anything that I can examine or look into, or any mushrooms? Any fungi?
It seems as though the Jedi try to protect this place and keep that kind of stuff out of here. It has become almost like a crystal farm.
So I guess I just need to find a crystal that I like.
Javan did mention he would be happy with letting the droid have a lightsaber because you did pass the basic training.
He just grabs whatever. He just like reaches. He doesn't even care because he's probably not going to use it. He's just like whatever and just grabs one.
With a 4, there's one that Ezla tossed aside in a fit of disgust, and that seems as good as any.
I wipe it off because she probably licked it.
It scrapes along your metal.
Just like.
I would imagine like some of your like little mechanic stuff comes out and like disinfectant sprays onto
Yeah,
it.
sprays it. Exactly.
Lyra.
Yeah.
You have been dreaming of this moment, possibly, since as long as you've been in the Jedi Order. This really signifies you getting away from your master and becoming your own individual person. The Cryax never saw fit to bring you here, but Javan, he's known you for like 48 hours, and he thinks you're cool.
We're real close. Lyra looks around and she sees the blue and the green, and she kind of has this look on her face like, I know what my brother would want me to take, and I know what the rest of the Jedi would want me to take. But she just kind of stops and immediately reaches down and holds up a purple crystal, and she's just like, nope, this is mine.
You have decided to go with purple, the color of red and blue combined. That is certainly not, indicative of anything. Pow, what about you?
Pow's gonna pretty much be the opposite of that and just kind of like picks one off the ground, and it's just like a purple one. She kind of just tosses it in the air a few times and then quickly looks at it and then just sticks it into a pocket.
Have you decided, Ezla? What kind you want?
I really like this grape. The green one's good too. It's kind of like a key lime, but I really like that.
Oh,
grape.
thank goodness it's not green apple. Okay.
Yep.
We have quite a bit of purple being chosen.
Purple papers. Close call, but I
Javan is
like,
completely focused on his job of excavating the tunnels. But if you didn't know better, out of your peripheral vision, you could almost swear he was looking over his shoulder with a smirk on his face.
Ezla, did you get the purple one too?
Is it purple? I can't really, colors are, I don't like, but it tastes like grape, and I prefer grape over key lime. So,
Yeah, you have purple in your hand right now.
Cool. I guess I can pick grape
Yeah.
too.
The other one was actually red. I don't know why I thought that was green. But anyway, purple's a good choice.
Yeah, I almost it tastes good, so it's gonna be great in this sword. What color did you pick, pal? What flavor?
Oh, she holds it. I got this purple one, but I think my viral blade should be good enough. So
What about you, Spore? Did you get grape too?
I don't even know. And he just pulls it out, and I have no idea. It was one of the ones you threw away, so I have no idea.
Oh, that one just tastes like crystals. Gross.
I don't know. Is it an orange
one is
one? Which color
orange.
did I get? Yeah,
It
orange.
is.
I can
orange.
taste it from here. Ugh.
I am trying to start back up our fantasy grounds. I had a couple hiccups
Oh.
with it.
Okay.
I have been disconnected and does not like my IP address. Apparently it changed.
So,
But we can
here's
figure
my
that stuff out.
Wi-Fi.
Exactly. Yep. Okay. Everyone has chosen. Javin kind of flicks his finger out, lets the lightsaber rise up, and it cuts its way into the collapsed elevator shaft. Quickly enough. It breaks through the fallen rock. It's actually open air up there. Not too much of the tunnel is collapsed. I don't know about Spore, but I'm pretty sure the rest of you need to breathe. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
let's find some kind of way out of here.
And I hold my arms up for Spore.
my
He
God.
picks her up and puts her on his back.
There is almost like a shockwave, dust rising up out of the ground as Javin jumps. He leaps and disappears from sight.
Whoa.
Okay.
Wait. I don't.
Don't
know
leave
if I
me
can
alone
jump
with them.
like that.
Well, I don't suppose any of you can do that, can you?
Do I have strong
I
cat
could-
legs?
I could try. Can Lyra try to
You
jump
can-
up?
You can always try.
Yeah. She's
Roll
like feeling
me
extra
or do
cold.
not.
She's got a purple
Oh.
crystal.
Man, techies
Oh.
yesterday. Roll me a jump check, please. Do you have any
Okay.
kind of force abilities that would help you out with that?
You think I know my Jedi stuff? No way. I actually.
No.
I don't think so. Okay, jump check.
Yeah, I will remind you that you all have a plethora of nat 20s left.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was a 5, so I definitely could use the nat 20.
Everyone
Like,
sees.
my first jump is like, and like I don't get anywhere.
She gets a couple inches off the ground.
Well, can I put all of the children on my back and use a nat 20 to jump? Is that an option?
You don't think jumping is going to be very viable for you, Spore. You're going to need to do some kind of climbing to get out of here.
Oh, can I do that? Can I put them on my back and climb out using my nat 20?
It might take a couple.
Oh,
I'm on your
knows?
back.
I rethink this then.
I will let you get Ezla out of here with one nat 20 use if you want.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Get yourself.
I'll climb
Ezla.
out with her.
The
And I look
Spore's dexterous steel fingers can pierce the walls of the cave, and sure enough, almost as quickly as walking, just Spore makes their way to the top of the elevator shaft.
Remind me
Just
not to
see
be
this
a rock
cat
wall that
boy.
makes you angry.
Cuddle up.
Remember this day.
You can crush rocks.
Your eyes are like really uncomfortably wide. And we're
Yeah, it's like
Just like grabs a rock.
How
like,
lyric.
I look at Pau and I'm like, Do you think we can climb it?
Well, it appears Spore made some handholds, so we can try. And then
Alright.
I'll just use a nat 20 to climb up there as well. Use the little the holes in the rocks that Spore just punched in there to climb out.
Okay. Easy enough. They are not too large. They're not entire handholds, more like little finger gouges, but you're able to use those and spread your hand just like Spore's were. And you have enough finger strength and can kind of use your feet to walk up the wall to get out of there. Lyra, you alright? Do you need us to find a rope or something?
No, I could maybe do it. There's no mice up there, right?
No droids. I don't know
I
about
don't
mine.
see
Okay.
any.
I don't have faith in your answer, but she starts to put her hands on the divots and she starts to climb.
Roll me either a climb check or a nat 20.
Oh yeah, I got a 22.
22 is impressive. With a 22, you can certainly work your way out of there. You're
Yeah.
over the lip pretty much the same time Pow is, actually.
I look at Spore and I go, remember this day, and I'm super creepy at her.
He's very uncomfortable, actually. He's like, oh, now there's 2 children to be scared of.
And I'm just like casually just licking my crystal like a lollipop.
Yes.
There is
I'm just
fresh
excited.
air, and a lot of you can go back to the surface. Lights shining in through cracks. Javin's able to move most of the rubble out of the way with the force instead of his lightsaber. There has been some significant damage, but there are crystals that are still okay, growing up out of the ground. They have not exploded yet. The temple's gonna need to hear about this. There are other caves, but this is one of the larger ones.
Do they have to hear about it?
I know, what happens in the cave stays in the cave.
I didn't see anything.
We embellish
Any
it.
funny of the 5th time. As far as the council is concerned, this is me. I was going on a mission. We'll figure it out. It's fine. He will load you all back up onto
stop
the
the
ship.
mouse droid invasion. They should be thankful.
And
It's
almost
tricky,
as quickly as you landed here, you are being whisked off back towards Coruscant. Once the hyperspace jump is made, you leave the atmosphere and the stars come flying all around you, as we've all seen in the movies. Javin notices he has a message. Oh, this one's from Gon. Maybe he's already made some headway. Some news about your, what was it, the village elder?
Grandpa.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Which one, Gon or the... You know what, let's just play it. He clicks it. There's some blue light flickering, and eventually the upper torso and face of Gon kicks in, preceded, as always, by his respirator. He has the big plastic cover around his mouth. Well, Javin, you and the children must be playing with your sabers, so I'll make this brief. I think I've figured out, for the most part, what's actually going on here. I have news for you, but you're not going to like it. I don't think Senator Bolera has anything to do with this. You need to return to Coruscant immediately, though, if you want to keep your elder protected. Call me paranoid, but I've moved myself, actually. I'm, staying in a hotel. I will keep the location secret. I'll contact you if I need to. A large number of Jedi Masters and Knights have perished within the last few days while on missions. Knight Nira, Knight Garrick, Master Lorian. all found dead, covered in burns and suffocation from smoke inhalation. Strange that a bunch of Jedi would all die like that. What's stranger is that they all had the same Jedi Master. I might just be looking into non-existent leads, but I will tell you more when you get back. Or I'll see you soon, Javan. Straighten up that terrible posture. Message ends, Javan slouching in his chair, and he kind of instinctively sits up. Stupid old man.
Lyra like straightens too. She's like,
you know, I don't like him and I don't like what he has to say, but I've always been one to trust his judgment. If he thinks the elder's in danger...
Yeah.
Yeah, if he thinks he's in danger, he might very well be. Ezla, your vision of the village elder coming to harm, that might come true.
Yeah,
you should probably put that out of your mouth.
Sorry, it's great. Tastes like grape. Yeah, my visions are like 98% correct usually, so yeah.
Let's head straight there then. Quickly enough, you guys are knocked out of hyperspace jump. You're allowed within the Republic guard around the planet because this is a Jedi ship. They don't even question it. Another alert, another message being sent to the ship. Kicks on before you can go to whatever hotel it is that the high security hotel that the elder's been placed at. Okay, if this is the temple, we don't know nothing about any explosions. He turns it on. It is not from the temple, it is a general broadcast to all authorized emergency vehicles. There is a terrible fire. A hotel is burning down. They need help immediately.
We gotta go.
a hotel?
Fire.
Would it be the
Oh, this is bad. This is... You...
Yeah.
Okay, I'll lock onto the coordinates of the emergency immediately. We had the closest ones there. We will be first in. Okay. The ship starts flying. The coordinates are locked in. And you fly right past the high security hotel that your village elder is staying at. Oh, thank goodness. Just probably a coincidence or something.
Oh. But... what about gone?
Wait.
What about gone?
See on this?
I need you to all roll me wisdom saving throws. Save for spore.
goodness.
Does not need to.
I'm gonna use a crit on that,
Okay.
even though that's my best save.
Right.
Just, you know. She's on high alert
Yeah,
right now.
18.
18 is good. Pow, what did we get from you?
I'll just use another crit. I can.
Okay. 18s are lowest. Spore, you witness a strange phenomenon. Heart rates all increase. And everyone here, including Javan. Faces become very solemn. The rest of you, you feel a sudden tightening around your muscles, especially in your chest, especially around your lungs. You
Is that?
originally had that feeling of homecoming and coming here, but this is a new emotion for most of you. Ezla probably most reminiscent to when you found out they had no idea where Kier was.
Okay.
Now, he's a crazy old man. He'll be fine.
Anyone else having trouble breathing? I can't breathe very well.
Yeah, it's like this other time, but
What other time?
You see plumes of smoke rising into the sky on the horizon. You are heading straight towards it. There are non-Jedi emergency personnel here. There are Republic workers. There are hoses from spaceships firing down at this place. Some landed on the ground, firing at it. You don't see any open flames. In fact, it's all just smoke at this point. The ship comes in for a landing. Javan doesn't say anything. He's just out of his seat, and he's already waiting at the exit, the loading ramp, as it's lowering.
Yeah. Tap, 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 tap.
Yep.
Like, out.
I'm not. The fire is bad. Spore's not happy. He's like,
You were
what are
on
we
fire
doing?
the whole time we were on that moon, apparently.
You think I enjoyed it? Because I didn't.
You survived.
This is not the same high security, fancy hotel as the other one. This is what could be described as a poorer district. It's low. It's really low. The sky is blotted out by traffic and by looming skyscrapers overhead. The folks are helping, and it seems the fire's been mostly extinguished at this point. But there's people standing around outside, panicked whispers. Did everyone get out? Is everyone okay? Javan just takes in the scene and then marches forward. He doesn't talk to anybody. He just walks in through the front doors, which are askew, part of the frame collapsing. He ducks down and steps inside the building, disappearing into gray smoke now. The water's being poured on the building.
Do we follow him?
Yeah. And then I'm gonna
should we go?
rip off a part of my bottom of my shirt, and as we walk by, I'm gonna dip it in a puddle of water, or whatever, and put it over my mouth to help with the smoke, and kind of hold my breath a little bit and follow after.
Yep.
You got an extra piece?
You have clothes.
You have your own
How can you tell?
I assume you're not naked, because everyone would be going, look at that naked Twi'lek over there.
I like that we're actually having this conversation as we're walking towards the building.
Who all goes inside?
Yeah. Spore follows Ezla because he's this is my child now. This is
There is old carpeting. It's not even flush with the floor. There's ripples and slight undulations. There's actually a bit of a sprinkler system as well. It's dirty. Mucky brown water is pouring out over the front desk. It seems like most of the damage in here is water damage. No big flames, anyway. Javan has disappeared towards what seems to be the source, or at least what was the starting point of the fire. You all follow him. The smoke is manageable at this point. Looking down a hallway, there's some rooms with closed doors, some with wide open doors. There's no sign of any people in here. Javan leaves, steps back out into the hallway from one of the open doors, walks across the hallway, stands against the wall, and kind of slumps down. He has a hand over his chin and mouth like he's pondering something.
Lyra comes up and she's like, What's going on?
No, you probably shouldn't be in here.
I completely agree.
It's too
I
late
completely
now.
agree. We
I
can
made a
go.
mask. I'm fine.
There's a mechanical whirring coming from the room he exited. Just gears spinning. A low-pitched hum.
I want to
Is
look
this-
in that room.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I want to peek.
The,
I want to peek in.
Spore, the humming is coming from Gon's respirator. It is broken. It is not breathing in and out. It is just humming. There's a body on the floor. Most of the robes that he wore are charred. They're black. You see much damage to his hands, the rest of his body. His hands worse than anything. The skin peeling away, and most of his blue flesh either purple or even red at this point. There's absolutely no way he is alive.
Can I examine the body to see if I can determine? I assume fire caused it, but like anything else from it?
You can either roll spot or medical checks for me, and please do.
Right.
As does anyone else peek into the room?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ezra
I'll
does.
So
All right.
Lyra would kind of see from their reactions that something bad has happened in that room, but she would just kind of keep looking from the room to Javin and back to the room and back to Javin, and then she's like, Javin, I'm so sorry.
He had to have let this happen. That's the only way. The old man's stupid, but he's so freaking smart.
Is this our fault? Did we cause this?
No.
Lyra's like visibly upset.
He'll stand up now that he has something to focus on. The serious demeanor returns to his face. Lyra, come here.
She kind of
He's gonna come. Put arms around you. Some kind of emotional gesture that Cryax, your master, has never really displayed.
And Lyra's kind of overcome with emotion. You see like a couple of tears, and she's like, I didn't want this to happen. That's not fair. He died. He was helping us. Is this our fault?
No, certainly not. We need to find out what happened. Asla and Pau, as you walk in to the room, you do see Gon's corpse lying on the floor. You also see paper, most of it burned, but there's little bits of string from wall to wall. There's charred, soot-covered plans, scribbles, notes, all over the room. Gon was doing some intense thinking before he passed, and you can roll me spot checks, search checks, whatever it is you think would be relevant to looking around. Spore, what'd you get on your medical check?
All right.
17.
I can't read.
Spot check.
17 is a good check.
Got 11.
Esla, you can also use C-Force. I'll let you do that as well.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's pretty.
17 on your medical check. The machine is still trying its best to work. It doesn't have any intake, if you recall. The intake and the outtake were both completely soldered over. Not soldered, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Smoke shouldn't have been able to clog this thing and turn it off. Looking over the rest of the body, he was comfortable. He didn't have shoes on. And you're going to notice something that no one else really sees. His feet aren't too badly burned. He's lying on his back on the floor, and you will notice strange markings on the sole of his feet, the soles of his feet. Big, branching, jagged shapes of discoloration. Normally, what you would more attribute to some kind of lightning strike.
Yeah, I was about to say, Spore's eyes get really wide, and he's like,
As you start examining the rest of the body, there's no clutching at the throat. There's no damage to the inside of the mouth or the throat. If you take the little plastic thing off his face, the hair of his beard is totally fine and unsinged underneath the plastic mouth cover. Looking in his mouth, there's no signs of smoke inhalation whatsoever.
well, close his eyes if they're open, as one does, and stand up and look at them, and I'm like, he was killed by lightning.
Lightning?
Well, that's not good. Also, I got a 21 on my C-Force.
Lyra, you and Javan overhear that. Javan will start to let go, and then keep one arm around you, usher you towards the door, and, well, you don't have to go in if you don't want to.
Lyra gasps. She goes, lightning? No. Javin, what does this mean? And she's like shuffling into the room.
The possible ramifications are not lost on me. His hands fall to his side, and he comes over and he squats down next to Spore, examining the feet. Asla, with your C-Force check. Gon's hands were out in front of him, in front of his face. In fact, that's where most of the damage is. One of them's wide open. The other one is clutched tight, holding on to something.
I'm gonna go open up that hand. Like, gently try to open it.
Roll me a strength check.
Okay. Oh wait, it's not Dex. I'm alright. That's my real bad one. It's because I don't see things coming. It's just, That is an 11.
It takes some prying and some tugging and some pulling. His muscles don't want to let go. As you finally get his muscles to relax, though, this isn't rigor mortis that hasn't set in yet. It just seems his muscles were tensing up. There's a small electronic drive, the equivalent of like a USB flash drive.
I don't know how this works. But he was holding
seems mostly undamaged.
I take it.
Okay.
Do I have a USB port on my body?
I'm gonna say no. You have many things for this particular brand of USB port, though.
Unfortunate, I'm not compatible.
We should get this back to Geo. He might know how to do something with it.
We could probably reach on the ship.
Whatever he has, it was important for enough.
While they're like having a serious discussion, I'm over to the side. Like, I have some ports on my chest, and I'm like pushing it in and then flipping it, and then trying again, and then flipping it back, and just doing it over and over again.
I want to kneel down next to. I'm already kneeled down. I want to take the hand that I opened, kind of hold it, and try to see what happened.
Okay, roll me a first aid check.
Okay. I'm using Grant's die because he's not here. So it's like he's with us. Ooh. That is a 32.
Grant, you actually managed to go 10 minutes without fucking something up. The 32. You're using far-seeing to see into the past. That is technically possible. You are more of a future seer. You don't know the accuracy of which this vision will give you. You see the door, you see the room as it was before the scorch marks. You see the room as it was before the scorch marks. Gone. It's like you're feeling his feelings, his emotions. He's feeling triumphant. He's figured something out. Curiosity. Some kind of something has caught his attention. He goes over, opens up the door. He smiles. His theories are correct. He's smart as ever. He nods his head, welcomes somebody into the room, closes the door. Walks inside, gathers some papers together. We can do this. Just one moment, please. Gathers up the important ones, puts them underneath the mattress of the shitty bed over in the corner. Grabs the little USB flash drive, spins around, and he's really, really calm. He's a little prideful. He's happy he's right. He's smart. He knows he's smart. Everything's going down exactly the way he assumed it might. That's where it ends.
Okay. I'm gonna go, and then I'm gonna crawl over to the bed and feel under the mattress.
You find a pile of papers, these ones not as damaged as the rest around the room. They're all handwritten notes. Gon always preferring old-fashioned ways of taking down...
I found rectangles, guys!
No.
What'd you find?
Just like holds it up like.
Yeah.
Lyra goes and grabs some of them and looks at them.
I just like piling them up. Snatch the rectangles together, right? That's how this stuff works, right?
Lyra, what you see is frantic scribblings. Not even in lines, some of them vertically, some of them in the margins, just all over the paper. His hand must have been working furiously to try to keep up with his mind. That being said, you can spot a few words here and there that really jump out off of the page. Ardia, Elder, Sith, Dark Jedi, Senator Bolera. And Senator Bolera's name is crossed out with a big line through it. Let's get out of here.
Alright, I have all the rectangles.
Grab your rectangles, grab what you need.
Give me
Lyra's
a
like
second.
looking at it, gasping as she's like shuffling out of the room. She's like, "But whoa, what? It says the Dark Jedi," and she just keeps like walking.
The rest of you are kind of shuffled out. Pow, you and Javin are still left behind.
Can I,
What are you
Javin,
thinking?
someone obviously killed him.
Yes.
Dark Jedi, possibly?
Someone with the ability to control lightning, at least. If that person can control other elements of a storm, that is yet to be seen.
It's a possibility, but... The other Jedi, do you think they did that too? Did this? What happened to them?
Well, Gon said himself it couldn't be a coincidence. This is there's a pattern. A pattern I'm intent on getting to the bottom of. That didn't come out right.
Lyra like peeks around the corner with the papers. She's like, "Are you guys coming?"
Spore grabs her and pulls her back. Like, she's like, "Oh."
Pow just might sound strange, but I think you're more accustomed to these kind of sights than I am. I'm going to take my leave.
I'll be with you in a second. So I'll just kneel over him, like hold his hand, kind of whisper something in Mandalorian, and just kind of sigh. Is there anything like anything in the room, like furniture, stuff like that?
Most of it was
Or
pretty
lamps.
badly damaged. It seems like this is where the fire started.
Well, she'll pick up like something on the ground, just kind of like just throw it against the wall before leaving.
You're pretty sure people could hear that outburst, but no one corrects you, no one looks at you funny. There's Republic, not military troops, but Peace Corps officers and the like, entering the building. You people need to leave! What are you doing? It's not safe in here! Javin doesn't say anything, he just marches out of the building. Before long, you find yourself back on the ship. Javin holds a little USB drive. We have I need to look this over.
He felt like that, and these papers were very important, that he figured out something. I think.
Yeah. You should see this.
He'll take them in his hand and glance at them with his milky white eyes. I'll look over them in a minute. Okay. Temple A high security hotel. Where are you children heading?
We should visit. I want to visit Grandpa, but I mean, I'll go wherever.
Gon believed he might have been in danger. And if your vision is correct, Esla, that puts his time of death at some time today.
Yeah, it's not good. I want to go to Grandpa, so I can help.
We need to make sure he's okay.
And considering your vision is true, he's also in danger.
Guess we'll go with your vision and we'll go check on him.
Lyra looks up at Javin too, and she says, "I'm sorry about your friend."
No. He was a terrible friend. He was a terrible father figure. He was way too... too much. As a master as well, but... he was a good tactician. I'll give him that much.
We have our comms if you need to reach us.
I'll wait outside and make sure everything's okay. Then the temple needs to hear quite a bit, about quite a lot.
Cut the drive before we go. There might be something really important on there.
Oh. Pass that over.
He'll drive you all over. As you're landing, he pops it in, and instantly a security screen pops up, and he kind of sighs. Of course, it's gonna be encrypted. I'll poke around at this. I'll stay here.
Have Gio help you. He's real good at that stuff.
Gio, you can stay with me, and we'll try to crack this encryption. The rest of you leave. This is built almost near the very, very top of the skyscrapers. There's too much light pollution here to ever really see the stars or the sky, but this place definitely has the best view. You can still get sunsets and sunrises here, and there's nothing anywhere nearby to block the view. The traffic, the clouds, everything is well below you. There's a little bit of a fuss at the front desk. None of them really want to tell you anything. Even when you say you're Jedi. None of the front desk workers will confirm or deny the presence of any kind of important elder here. That's proprietary information.
Here to see my grandpa.
The Force works in mysterious ways. And you will hear a voice walking through the lobby behind you, murmuring to himself, Continental breakfast.
Grandpa! And I spin around and I go give him a hug.
People are approaching and he wheels around with big eyes, and then a smile and almost an air of relief comes over his face. Wise children! He oofs
Hey, how
and
you doing?
grabs onto him.
We're so glad you're okay.
Yes, Bolera, very nice. The food here, called Continental Breakfast. Human food, not bad. He has a little bowl in his far hand that's full of banana slices and little chunks of fruit.
Smells good.
Sir, do you need these people escorted out of the building? Grandchildren, quite all right.
Told you.
All of them. And his eyes jump around to all of you, landing on Spore. Yes, grandchildren.
That's our mom.
Promiscuous.
This is Grandpa.
The guy doesn't seem to question anything, and
I nod.
besides an eyebrow, he just turns around and walks away. You'll be taken into an elevator. Oh, a shape like this. And he draws a little 45 in the air, damn near the top of the building. He starts at 1, goes to 2, goes to 3, goes back to 2.
I can't help him.
Yet you
Goes
still
down.
try.
Eventually, you'll find the
I guess I
45
can match
button.
this symbol.
That's it. He pushes it, your wheels up top. There's a long hallway. There's only 2 or 3 rooms here, though. They're huge suites. His is right in front of a balcony. A little handrail separates you from 45 stories of fancy hotel rooms with interior windows looking down. You can even see the floor from here, though it's just a dot. It takes him 2 or 3 tries with his key card to get the light to turn green and to get into his room, but he seems to be a fast learner. He enters the room and...
That's how you like it in here.
Nice enough. Wet. Water and air. Strange.
Oh, yeah.
Humid. Yes.
Yeah,
What have you been up
humidity. Humid, it's gross.
Is studying, learning, master, television. I mastered it.
Oh. I still
It's
haven't
hard
done
to
that, so
master.
you're better than me. It'll get much
Inside, I suppose. You're ushered in. There's potted plants. There's a large circular bed. There's a tub in the center of the room, a big bathtub that seems like it's not seeing any use. He's able to turn on a huge projection onto the wall. Found Bolera, I think. It's some kind of news station. And sure
Oh.
enough, Senator Bolera is addressing the entire council. I do believe, with these recent deaths of not only Jedi Knights and Masters, but of anti-Jedi Coalition members, it is more important than ever that I move this, forward. That is why I am proposing an immediate vote on the Jedi Council Advisory Team. This initiative, of course, will be led by myself. We will be given access to the Jedi's proprietary information. We will have eyes on their council. We will be able to figure out everything that's going on. Nobody should be above us. Nobody should be above the Republic. We are elected officials. We are voted in. If these folks can ignore democracy and have a supreme authority because of their religion, that doesn't seem right. And it's not fair to you, to I, to all of us, and all of the people we represent back on our own worlds. His words this time are met with much more approval. There's clapping all throughout the council. It seems like a good idea.
I can't
Not
believe
too-
this.
Not big fan. He has a remote. One of the hotel employees has taped over most of the buttons. There's volume and channel changing. He goes through until there's bright colors. Some kind of children's television program.
Mm-hmm.
There's hand puppets representing some kind of big worm hut and some kind of beautiful Twi'lek woman. They go back and forth. You mean we're the same on the inside? But of course, everyone's the same on the inside, no matter what they look like on the outside. The elder gets a huge smile on his face. Why, Stevie?
It's got a good message.
Yeah, you look over and Spore's eyes, like, the like cat eyes, and they've dilated. Like, he's super into this. He's just like,
Yeah, I'm just
Spore
sitting
has
there,
a thing
like,
for puppets.
yeah, he's like,
really
"Ooh."
blurry. Sitting.
Bolera likes big words. Expatrocious
he's fancy.
something. speech soon.
Oh, is your speech soon?
Elder's supposed to talk at council tomorrow.
Oh.
So much studying.
You know what you're gonna say?
He looks back up to the TV and the different races of aliens holding hands. Studying?
Okay. Can we
Elder.
study with you?
Pow, what is it?
What do you think about Senator Bolero's speech?
Bolera. Difficult to read. Good intentions, though. Feels very strongly. Feels his emotions very strongly. He believes he's doing good.
Do you believe he's doing good? What do you think about the Jedi?
I've not met all Jedi. I like my family, though.
Would it be okay if we stay with you?
Little space.
Yeah, but guys, we can't leave him alone. And she's like, kind of like looking at you, like, what do we do?
Well, you look over and Spore's like in the bed with the blanket pulled up over him, watching TV, like super into it. He's just like bouncing up and down.
I guess we're worried
Lyra
about
looks
him
at
being killed. We should stay here.
Yeah, Lyra will look right at Pow and say, "We have to protect him. We can't let anything bad happen to him."
Yeah. She may act strange, but I trust Esla's intuition on these things. So we should
One
definitely stay
often
here.
meets their destiny on roads taken to avoid it. You can stay if you insist.
We insist. I insist.
Well, I insist quiet then. He
Okay.
turns the television program up to blaring levels and sits there glued to the TV. He's taking it pretty seriously, though. They speak in
Is it
simple
still the
sentences.
puppet show?
He is watching that one program ad nauseum.
Oh my god.
The sentences are simple, the message is clear and good. It's definitely his level. Throughout the day, there will be 3 interruptions. The first interruption being a knock on the door. Who goes to answer?
I'll
Lyra
answer
does.
it. Oh, are you on Lyra? Lyra, you can-
She's like super on edge because she doesn't want what happened to Gon to happen to the Elder. So she's like instantly like at the door, like looking through the peephole, and she's like, "Who is it?"
Is looking through the peephole. You see a person wearing very colorful robes, the kind you would attribute to the anti-Jedi coalition. He is standing there with a huge basket in his hands. There's many fruits, much more bananas and oranges, and a couple flowers.
She like looks out away from the people, and she's like, "Guys, I think it's one of those anti-Jedi people, but they have a lot of fruit with them. I don't know."
Okay, well maybe we should just go into the other room and let him handle it. I don't want him to get angry at him just because we're here.
I can open. Do you want me to open the door?
Yeah.
Okay, Lyra just opens the door, and she's like, "Yes."
Crawl under the couch. Not be seen.
Oh yes, Senator Bolera senses. Do I have the wrong room?
Nope,
I'm
nope,
looking
this
for
is
a
the right room.
VIP. Oh.
And she looks like at you like, what is that supposed to mean? And like my head tails flick.
That's what.
News has it that some of the Jedi have been dying recently. We are supposed to periodically check up on the safety of our VIP, and he's kind of trying to weasel by you to peek into the room.
Like,
The
Lyra's
TV's
just, like, making her head tails, like, kind of lean in that direction.
The TV is muted. Hello, friends! Oh, the Elder. As long as he is all right, would you mind terribly? I know it must be difficult. You must be oh so busy on top of your high horse, but could you please give this basket to the Elder?
She, like, starts mumbling something under her breath, which you could only assume would be, like, swear words in a different language. But she's like, yeah, and then takes it. But can she inspect it to make sure that it looks safe?
Elder, if you need anything, you know how to get a hold of us. He kind of squints and you shut the door on him. You can inspect it all you want. Spore can inspect it all they want, and they seem safe. Been eating their continental baskets all week.
They look pretty good. Crawl out from under the couch.
I mean, the Elder wasn't poisoned, if that's what we're worried about.
Yep.
If you allow him, he will... Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. Even if we can't avoid this, at least we get to spend a lot of time with Grandpa right now, which is really awesome. So, let's eat
Grandpa's
fruit.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say Spore's like really angry, and he's like, "Where's the sound? Where did the sound go?" Because it was muted in the first again, and he's just like, his pupils are thin again, and he's like, "Where'd it go? I want to watch this."
Elder unmutes the program, the projection up on the wall. He will voraciously devour bananas, peel and all, and he's pretty glued to his program, with furrowed brows, squinty eyes. There's a second knock on the door.
There's there.
Yeah, all kinds of things. They're all top quality too, it seems. There's a knock on the door a little bit after noon.
I guess Pao can answer that one.
People.
When you gaze out of the peephole, Pow, you spy at first what appears to be some kind of housekeeper. He's standing there. He is forced to wear these slouchy overalls. He has a little cart behind him with trash, and he has a little broom he's leaning on. But upon closer inspection, he has very sharp features, very sharp angles. Mm-hmm. He's kind of teetering back and forth, waiting impatiently. He appears to be of Ardian descent.
Mm.
He doesn't have any tattoos or scarification that would lead you to believe that he's a tribal, but you can even see two little bumps. Probably more. Like his hat doesn't sit on his head well.
She'll just, matter-of-factly, just say, "Look, this room is occupied. We're fine for now."
Oh, yeah, sorry, housekeeping, I guess you know that. Can I talk to someone?
I'll go to give me a... I'll go to Lyra. I'm just gonna go outside. He wants to talk about something, but I'm not gonna let him in this room. I can take care of myself.
Okay, I'll wait by the door. If you need me, I'll be out there.
Yep.
The door opens.
Quickly open and kind of just slip out.
The door closes behind you. Oh, hey.
Yes.
Okay, look. Don't tell my boss. This is super unprofessional. Client confidentiality is super important. I heard they have, like, the Ardian diplomat up here.
And who told you this?
There's a logbook on the front desk.
Do you have a good reason for being up here?
Well, maybe. Look, I'm not used to seeing other Ardians. I've never been back home. I know it's a long shot. I just thought maybe I could. But you know what? This is stupid. This is dumb. I'm sorry. This is unprofessional, isn't it?
It is very. If you want to see the Ardian diplomat, I'm sure there are channels you could have used other than coming up here and wandering the floor for them.
Stupid. Sorry.
You should leave.
They'll start
Make that
pushing this
appointment.
Okay.
Can I make a what would that be? What knowledge?
Some kind of like insight check or something.
Yeah.
Sense motive.
Sense motive, yeah. I'll use a crit on that.
Yeah.
He is more distraught about not getting in there than he's letting on, but he's also kind of fidgety and nervous around you. He's trying pretty quickly to get out of here. I'm sorry, dude. He'll stop. Proper channels. Is there a embassy or something I could? Is there mail I can send?
I believe you're intelligent enough to figure that out yourself. Now please move along.
Sorry. And he'll scoot down,
Bad.
get in the elevator at the end of the hallway. Just stupid. The elevator's door closed, and Lyra can let you back into the room.
Yeah, I'll go back in. I'll go to Lyra and just say, it's another Ardian. Shifty.
How do they know he's here?
He wouldn't say.
Ardian.
Yes. Claiming to be cleaning staff. Wanted to see you. Seemed shifty. Maybe concerning.
It seems as though a lot of
Maybe.
people know you're here.
Concerning? Maybe bump into him during Continentals.
Maybe.
Very possible. Everybody gets hungry.
Have you
There
told
is
anyone
a-
that you're here?
No. Senator Bolera says don't talk. Just stay in room. Or order room service.
That sounds like a good idea.
There's a third knock, the equivalent of about 9 p.m. The sunset outside, painting the clouds all hues of orange. Who peeks?
Lyric
Well,
and look
Lyric.
again.
Tesla.
I just stick
Or
my
watching
forehead up
TV.
to the peephole.
Lyra
Lyra.
like walks up to the door eating like half a banana and she's like, I don't know who it is this time.
You look through the peephole, you are greeted by more brightly colored robes, but then a long neck. You can't see the head or the face. It's looming well above the door.
Senator Blair.
There's somebody really tall out here. And like she'll just
Senator?
I don't know, he's
Then we
wearing
should
bright
let him in.
clothes. I open the door just a little bit and I say yes.
You can see the eyes of Senator Bolera peering down at you from above, his hands folded in two sets. Oh,
Good
tremendous.
evening,
The
Senator.
Jedi are here. I do have
Hi,
access to
Senator
this
Blair.
room. Hello, Jedi Padawan Ezla.
We're hanging out with Grandpa.
Jedi Knight Lyra, Pow, the Zabrak soldier. Or, Jedi now, as it were. I am coming in.
We're listening to TV.
She like backs
He
up and
looms-
lets him in a little. She's
He has to duck
being-
extremely low.
She's being protective, though. How
The
can we help
Quirmians tend
you?
not to try to bend their necks. They just duck and move their entire body, keeping their necks straight as he walks in. Oh, you're still alive. I had an inkling that something was going to happen. I am, of course, ecstatic that everything is all right, despite the Jedi's presence. Not just Jedi family. Yes,
Yeah,
the Ardians
Grandpa.
have tight-knit families. Would you mind muting that, please? The Elder will do as he says and mute the TV.
Can I do a empathy check on him to see his emotions? Like, because when he said, had an inkling he might be dead, that's a little suspicious, and I'd like to see if he sounds disappointed
Just a bit.
at all.
Just a bit.
Yeah.
Go for it. You're still alive.
You know,
Oh,
but he's
funny you're
crit.
alive. That's weird.
With a
on
crit,
that.
you are completely sure, beyond a shadow of a doubt, your reading is 100% accurate. This gentleman is very hard to read, but though trying to maintain a calm exterior, you can see the eyebrows lift, you can see the shoulders go down a little bit, and you can hear just the tiniest bit of a sigh as he is extremely relieved that the Elder is alive.
Okay. You guys see as kind of focus on him for a second and then relax.
Okay.
Visibly relax.
Okay.
Seeing this, Lyra would be like, why did you think that he wouldn't be alive?
Well, of course, your friend Ezla there had her hunch. And the moment that my friends this morning at the Coalition told me there's Jedi in the room, I took the next logical leap. If your grand tacticians are dying, then certainly a couple of Padawans would be easy bait. Fortunately, it seems I was mistaken.
Thank goodness,
Yes.
right?
Have you not heard? I would hate to be the one to break the information to you, but it's all over the news networks. The tactician gone of the Jedi Temple has passed away.
Oh, that's
This
terrible
time-
news.
There is almost a little bit of revelry in his voice.
Mm-hmm.
Lyra gets very, angry looking.
Spore's already angry looking because you muted the TV again. He's like, "This is winter. It's great to see you, but gotta get back to watching TV. You're almost done."
Oh, no.
I imagine your face is just, keeps inching closer to the TV, and Lyra just
Yes.
goes,
But if you could hear it, if you get closer.
Inches away.
Well,
your face.
you do feel safe, correct, friend? Yes, family. Very, very good. Best family. And you don't need me to escort them away? No. Well, stuffy, but no. You can open the windows. Well, all
No.
right.
Mm-mm.
If you believe you're safe in their hands. The Mira Luca. Would you terribly mind humoring me?
Mm-hmm.
What do your non-existent eyes see now?
Yeah, because he was supposed to die today, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, well, give me a second. It's really hard to see the future on demand, Not I could do it every day when I can. And then I'm gonna kind of get down, close my eyes, and maybe if I'm sitting next to Grandpa, I'm gonna kind of put my hand on his knee, and I'm gonna just think about getting off planet, taking him back to Ardia, like I did the first time, but see what happens this time.
Make a Farseeing check for me.
Yeah, we gotta burn through these crits. I'm gonna use another crit.
If you are using a crit, I can tell you a very specific vision that you couldn't get on anything besides a 20.
Do it.
Nice. Yes.
That'd be like a
yes.
35. Don't worry.
Aslan, you and you alone see this. There's a corpse, a body. Its neck is broken. It's been strangled. It is sitting in a trash compactor waiting to be smashed in the basement of this hotel. His janitor garb has been completely stripped off of him. There's an Ardian. There's almost like a putty-like substance being pulled at and tugged. He doesn't like hiding his scars.
Oh.
He takes the hat off and throws it on the ground dejectedly.
Wait, I don't know this.
No, don't.
He's sitting in the basement thinking. The overalls have been taken off, thrown to the corner. He's just wearing dark street clothes. Master's gonna kill me if I don't come up with a new plan. A voice from absolutely nowhere, from the darkness, starts up behind him. It is of no matter, Kazim. The Ardian jumps up and wheels around. What? Where are you? How come you're always doing that? You can actually just come talk to me, you know. We're not worried about the Elder anymore. In fact, his speech might do the galaxy some good. It takes you a minute, but on that 20, you can place the voice.
Is it Tumor
The
Man?
same man. No, Tumor Man's never
Skeleton
spoken.
Man?
Yeah, the one with all the missing bodies. We're moving on to a new part of the plan. Just go after your next target. Forget the Elder for now. Kazim looks relieved. I'm not sure I would have went through with it anyway, Savell. He is family. Well, then take pleasure in your next target, then. You know what to do. Hello?
Yeah,
Are you still
I hear you.
listening to me? Are you... Oh, okay, he's gone. He rises and Kazim starts taking his leave from the basement. You're snapped back to your room. The Elder gives a speech tomorrow, goes back home, and is fine. You see him returning home, Voss surprised, and Voss even standing down and wiping some paint off of his face and lowering his weapons, throwing them into the dirt. When the fate of the Elder, you look a little startled.
Hi, I'm back. He's gonna be great. He's gonna be fine.
Oh, well, I will leave him in your small, capable hands then.
They're so small.
Thanks,
It's all spores.
I don't think I got proper nutrition during my crucial growing years.
We'll fix that.
I will be
Not with cheese
here,
puffs.
bright and early, at sunrise, to take the Elder to the council meeting. I expect there'll be nothing, not a single hair out of place on his head.
Make sure he looks all snazzy. I won't, but they
Elder,
will.
if you need anything, you know how to get a hold of me. Thank you, Bolera. Bolera goes to the door and kind of bristles a little bit. Opens up the door handle, steps out, closes the door. behind
Lyra's
him.
like kind of ushering
Right.
behind him, and she closes the door quickly. And she's like, "Ezla, what did you see?"
Oh my god, so Grandpa's gonna be fine. Grandpa's great. It was Kazim. He was dressed as the janitor that came here earlier and he was supposed to kill Grandpa.
What
was
if the
him?
guy from the planet that we were supposed to find?
Yeah, and even more is he's serving this guy, and his master. His name is the Skeleton Man. He called him Savell. He's in the basement. Maybe right now, maybe early. It's hard to tell time, but he might be like in the basement right now. Kasim might be. We need to call Javid like right now. And he's on another target. The murders aren't gonna stop, but Grandpa's fine.
Spore, I'm curious to hear how you react to that information.
Oh yeah, he just went like when you said Savell, he's like,
Skeleton
"Oh,
Man. Savell.
what?"
And then
So he's still
Lyra
in the
looks
building.
at Spore and she says, "Do you know him?"
He's heading out, maybe.
Depends on what you mean by know. How can you really know someone who is the worst?
Lyra looks
Right?
right at the television and she threatens to turn it off, and she's like, "What do you know?" And she, like, her finger gets closer and closer to the off button. She's like, "You tell me right now, Spore."
I'm trying to catch. Yeah,
I'll turn it off.
He's just like, if he could sweat, he'd be sweating right now. It's like little
Yep.
fungi are falling off.
I was just gonna punch the TV.
No!
I don't know a TV's AC, so I will just let you punch it.
I don't know.
Studying. I was studying.
Yeah, we were studying.
Pow!
Spore, you
What is
know
wrong?
something.
They're still here.
Can you guys be quiet? Crack, don't check Javin. Javin. On the
Oh,
comms.
yeah, sorry. I'm definitely on the intercom. Yeah.
If you see an Ardian leaving the building, you should stop him because he's the one who was going to kill. Oh, by the way, Grandpa's gonna be fine now. We stopped the janitor from coming, and he wasn't really a janitor. He was a guy in disguise. And Skeleton Man is his master. And his master's real name is Savell. And they're gonna keep killing more people, but they're not gonna kill the bastard or the Grandpa now.
And the rest of you have any idea how to translate that?
Just, he's in the basement. And he's heading out. Name's Kazim. He's an Ardian.
Oh, Kazim.
Yeah,
Yes,
he was
Kazim.
supposed to. He's
No,
killing
I remember
people.
mentioning him.
Hey, yeah. Well, he's killing people.
You sure?
Yeah. He's supposed to
I'm not
kill
in the area, but
Grandpa.
I have someone. I'll see if someone's nearby.
Okay. Should we go check on it? I don't know if he's killing Jedi Masters. Maybe we shouldn't go check on it, but I kind of feel like we should go check on it.
Use your own discretion and stick together.
Okay.
Spore, if you know something that could make a difference here, you should tell us. This is dangerous.
I don't know anything that would make a difference. No. And then he gets up and walks out the door.
Oh, and then I look at, like, Pow, and as I'm like, "Did you see that?"
Alright, we're gonna follow Sport. Grandpa, you have a great night. Have a good studying, have a good
Yeah,
speech in the morning, and I give him a big hug.
Yeah, let's just run out and see if we can intercept.
At least, you know,
possibly.
like... Yeah.
Tell room service and Continental TV.
Slam the door.
You are
Yeah.
45 stories up. You are peering over the balcony.
Oh my god.
Despite it being this late at night, there is quite a gathering downstairs. There's people bustling in and out of this place.
With the
You
my
can roll
non-existent.
force seeing check or spot check.
See if I see
See
Kazim.
force,
We have a picture
rather,
of
not
him.
far seeing.
Yeah, see force. We have a picture of him. Oh, that's not bad. I have a good C-force. Scroll. Plus 8. That was going to be 21.
21's not bad. There's no one of significant force, powers, or abilities down there.
Okay. I don't see him. I don't sense him down there. With my mind's eye.
Or it's just like over at the elevator mashing the button like, ha
Maybe
ha
still in the
ha,
building.
we're leaving.
Yeah, you could still be in the basement. You want to check the basement?
Yes.
Okay.
You all flood to the ground, into the elevator, go down to the ground floor, tell them you demand access to the basement. It takes some talking, some flashing of Jedi credentials. Eventually,
and also,
Kryax shows
we need a
up.
TV upstairs. I got
It
that.
is on Senator Bolera's tab, so might as well.
Cool.
Thanks. Maybe more
They
bananas.
are hesitant until a higher-ranking Jedi show up. The closest to the area was Kryax. It's actually Lyra's original master. He has dark red skin, the color of the failing sun outside. He has very sharp little devil horns on his forehead. And he is a proponent for anyone that's been around the temple of complete tranquility and never showing any emotion.
He's a stick in the mud.
Do you talk to Javin?
Yes, Javan actually sent me here. Lyra, it is good to see you in one piece.
And you, Master.
And she gets like uncommonly quiet.
I do trust that your time with Javan has been illuminating.
Yes, sir. It has been.
With his help, you guys are able to go to the basement. You tell them there's a corpse that needs to be pulled out of the trash compactor.
There's a
Mm.
body over there.
There's a corpse that he's.
It's a body in there. It's okay.
Sure enough, business at the hotel kind of stops that evening. Staff members are all around the maintenance room in the basement. There's overalls lying on the floor, and there's a Rhodian pulled out of the trash compactor. His throat has been snapped. No
tell ya.
signs of exterior trauma.
Mm. 98% success rate.
This whole time, like, Spore's off to the side, like, looking around and humming and trying to play it super cool. He's real awkward. He's trying his best.
Or you're about as subtle as a gun, and Esla, stop gloating. What are we gonna do with this body?
What's a goat?
It's a hotel problem.
What's a goat? Yeah, your
goat
friend. Kier, he's a goat.
No, he's a sea guy bot.
Yes, seeing Eyebot.
Sea guy bothin. Alright. Like,
Well, if he's not here, we need to meet up with Javin again.
yeah, maybe we can find the trail. Track him down.
And we can have a talk, Spore, when we get to the ship.
Yeah,
What?
a really lengthy talk.
About how we're all the same on the inside, because I learned that today, and I can tell you all about it.
Except for you. If we shoot you, you don't die immediately.
And Spore hides behind Isla.
It's like
Yes.
really not
4 foot
helpful.
6.
He just like steps behind her.
There's quite a bit of hostility here. Perhaps we should take our leave from the aggressive stimuli. Wash the image of the corpse from your mind, and we will take our leave.
I'm gonna remember that forever. You see his neck?
Did you?
You,
death.
Lyra, you spy something.
No.
Lyra, you spy something strange that you don't normally see. You're the only one that could notice it. Kryax, when she's like, I'm going to remember this forever. For a second, he falters, and there's a little smile on the side of his face. He's just,
Was that emotion?
no, certainly not. I have no idea what you are talking about.
Uh-huh. Well,
He'll boop your nose.
what? And like, it was just like. She's got nothing. She's just.
So we're gonna try to hunt him down? Find a trail?
Javan eventually, we'll all join together the next morning. Folks that need to sleep have slept, are well rested. You find yourselves back on the replacement couch. You found it on Craigslist. It was free just because it was sitting out in the rain for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Super shady looking.
Ooh, nice and moldy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's like we're sports. Not a
It's
problem.
Sport's new couch because
I was gonna say, just
like
like your skin.
It
and
matches
Ezra
the
has
rest of the
developed
ship,
this
at
new
least.
bedtime routine of asking, like, Spore, can you check my vital signs to make sure I don't die in my sleep? But really, it's Ezra's way of getting Spore to, like, tuck her in.
Oh, he does it every night, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You are all watching on the television. It is a small projector. Javan has borrowed it, and he has unplugged the life support system of the spaceship to power it.
Oh, good.
Oh,
You're on course on this one. It's up on the wall. The image isn't super clear, and there's a broken panel, like right in the middle of the screen. But you're all able to watch Senator Bolera address the Senate. The Republic occupation of this land has got to stop. We are there currently protecting one city with hundreds of troops because of their subhuman levels of intelligence, or so the story goes. We all know of the strict dichotomy between the civilized audience and the feral audience. So, I have taken the initiative of bringing a feral audience here to speak and address everyone.
That's so rude.
You're
The
saying it's emphasized that he's not feral once he starts talking.
feral audience, you guys recognize the elder gets up. He is quite intimidating, his big eyes looking at all these lights all around him, all these people, things floating in his face. He closes his eyes.
Come on, Grandpa.
Prepared my own speech, if it pleases. Yes, of course, please go ahead. I have learned much since arriving. More people in this room than I thought in the entire galaxy. But all caring like family, teaching me language, teaching me sunsets, spaceships, continental breakfast. There's a general chuckle from the Senate. They think he's being funny.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, come here, teach you about me. But I learned more about you. Many different kinds of people exist. There's tons of different people, but it doesn't matter if you're brown or red or purple or have Leku. Everyone's same on the inside, and that's what matters.
A little tear.
There's astonished gasps, and as Senator Bolera comes up and claps 4 sets of hands behind him, the Senate gives polite little golf claps. His little floating Senate platform goes and docks, and he starts leaving, escorted by Bolera's people. Bolera keeps talking, however. You can see this Republic occupation is pointless. He is of not any more substandard intelligence than I or any other non-Coruscant folk in this room. I do trust that the voting will happen unanimously. Javan turns the little projector off. Well, I guess that's one problem solved.
Yep, Grandpa's fine.
If I was not mistaken, that sounded awfully like late-night puppet show.
It's great. It's awesome. Can we watch
was
TV here?
addicted.
We can watch TV in here, can't we? You've never let me do that before.
I need to unplug this and plug back into life support system. Supporting life, like, it's kind of important.
It's not, I guess.
On to new and more important things then. You will be taking the elder back at the end of the week. 6 days.
Okay.
I volunteered the group for the mission. I hope you don't mind. And he made a speech and the voting's happening, so mission accomplished, but I felt you might be sentimental.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Giovanni and I were unable to crack any security on this thing. He holds up the little USB drive and set it down. Though we do need to go meet with the Grand Mistress, it seems rather important we're filling her in on details.
I
All
guess.
security cameras. We think we might be able to get some kind of ID on Kazim. If he pops up again, we'll be able to know where he is. So...
Yeah. I also have a picture.
Yes, thank you, I forgot. Yoink.
That should
If you
help.
could all take a look at that and try to crack the codes or whatever. No pressure, but I'd appreciate it.
Yeah.
He will stand up
Look,
awkwardly.
it's so hard.
He'll awkwardly go, walk out. The rest of you are left to either question Spore or look at this flash drive of Gon's.
Oh, I'm
Good luck,
questioning
y'all.
Oh,
Spore.
Spore. Yep, Spore.
Flash drive's real
Spore.
interesting.
How and
That
Lyra are
is
just on it.
Yeah.
He hides behind
imagine,
his
like,
leg.
we're both, like
Yeah,
we
you can't-
approach like one on either side.
Yeah.
He just holds Ezla up in front of him, like, we should
Oh,
look
my
at the
arms out
flash
the front,
drive.
robot.
Oh.
Ezla's like licking her crystal still. It's time
Children.
to talk.
It's time we talk about boundaries and how if people are uncomfortable with talking about things, they shouldn't have to. So that's
But you're a
that. You
droid.
know, we're all the same on the inside. Remember, it's fine. Glad we had that talk. And he just like lifts Ezla up and like tries to back
Smart.
away.
Like, oh,
I don't think boundaries matter when life or death is at stake. You might know something that's very important to what's going on. Why would you want to hold that from us anyway?
Yes.
We're supposed to
The
be.
Spore...
Go ahead.
I was just going to remind Spore that this information is entirely his to disclose, not disclose, tell the truth, fib. It's all up to him. However much
he's
he wants to
really-
divulge.
He's not comfortable with conflict, so, and he just
Oh.
doesn't want to get into this, so he's just to be like, I don't remember. I don't remember. I think my memory chip's broken. We should get Geo to see if he can fix it. Where is that
Yes.
kid? And he just like,
I think he ate
Walks
too many
away.
cheese puffs and got sick.
Well, we'll have to wait till he's better, and then we can see. The name just rang a bell. That's it. The name just, maybe it's something I heard. Well, you know, I've been all around with Javan. It's probably just familiar to me. It's,
Spore,
you know,
Like,
KG, since you said that, if you didn't know anything, it shouldn't be anything.
I'm sure
why
it's
tell
just
us?
something. I'm sure it's just something going weird with my programming right now because, as you know, I'm a droid and I'm not programmed to be KG. I don't know what you're
Yeah.
talking about.
There is a droid in this ship that also had faulty programming, and it's here as well.
It threw me through a wall.
Yeah, you should go question that one.
Are you gonna throw me through a wall?
No,
Yes.
no, I pretend, no, and like hugs as
Yeah,
like,
'cause you're
no.
holding me.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're supposed to be family, Spore. How can we do
Yes.
this if we can't trust each other?
I mean, you're children. I don't know how much I trust you. No offense, but you are kids.
We're adults now.
And you two scare me, and I like this one. And he hugs Isla tighter. He's
We
like,
might be kids, but we're
My
still
mom's
kids that are
favorite.
risking our lives together with each other. That has to be worth
You're
something.
You're so depressing. Ugh.
How about-
He's just like, ugh.
How about we all calm down and just have a seat?
Mm-hmm.
I'll get some of the fermented potato juice I have out from someplace. And
No, don't leave me.
We can all share stories about Skeleton Man.
Yeah. For those
What
of us who
information? What sort of information do you divulge? Do you eventually cave in at all, Spore, or do they get nothing?
What?
I
Why
just
don't you come
I
to
feel like he would.
potato-
Oh, okay, great. And he just runs off of
I'll turn
Tesla.
back to face everybody else and I'll go, 'cause that's my wink.
Oh my god.
It's good because no one would. People would probably not know what that's a wink. It's like what?
It's like a dark secret wink. My only
Can
eye.
I roll
can't-
to see if I know it's a wink?
She's winked to go.
I'm like staring at her like, what?
So what's
Actually,
going
wow.
on next?
Wink.
I'm
Well,
gonna guide Spore to one of my bottle stashes of like half-consumed vodka that Lyra and I sip on. And I'll be like,
Okay.
"Look over there!" And then I'll just get it out real quick. But look what I found. Spore, you said you wanted to talk with me earlier when I mentioned the Skeleton Man. If you don't feel comfortable talking in front of the angry people, that's fine.
they're real
You can talk with
scary.
me.
Okay.
And peer pressure is a real thing.
So I'm just gonna divulge to Esla, I guess, a little bit. So I'll just,
Skeleton Man keeps popping up, and that's got me a
Right.
little scared.
you know how I'm a medical research droid and how I help people?
Yeah, you check my vitals every night.
Yes, and how I helped you and healed you. I
Yeah.
used to try and help Skeleton Man. And that's it.
Uh-huh.
That's it. That's all.
Really?
No.
He
Yeah.
was the
That's
worst. Was he not very nice to you?
I mean, he's a scary skeleton man. Obviously, he's the worst. We've learned this
Did he
now.
hurt
But
all the
at the time, I didn't know that. I just do my job.
Meta knowledge wise, he was always very kind to you.
Yeah. I'm just saying now we know he's a jerk, and I didn't know that.
Did he hurt other people?
As far as I was aware, no.
Well, why don't you like him? I mean, aside from the fact that he's killing people now.
I mean, truthfully, I don't particularly dislike him, but I feel like if I say that, the other ones will punch me.
Oh, okay. Well, just say he's the worst.
Yeah, exactly.
Go with
That's
that
what I was
story.
trying to do here. So, right. Don't tell them. For some reason, Spore trusts you, even though that's a terrible idea. He's just
Right.
like, oh, good. Oh, phew.
What happens if we
All
feed
right.
your mushrooms vodka? You
What?
get intoxicated? What happens if we feed your mushrooms fermented potato juice?
No,
Is that get?
they're just growing on me. It's
Oh,
fine.
okay.
So, can you get the others to just stop being crazy to me? Can you do that for me?
I can try, but no promises. They're
All right.
very intense.
I'd appreciate that.
All right.
And then you pat on the head.
Okay.
Conk, conk.
Yeah. So
And then
I guess we'll go
I'll
back
come
out
back
there.
with the bottle and I'll be like, "Hey guys, look what I found." Also, apparently, we were talking on the way. Apparently, Spore used to do medical stuff for Skeleton Man. I mean, Savell. skeleton man.
Man,
I
it's
literally
awful.
just told you not to tell them.
Well, you said not to tell him that you.
She thought you meant like that you actually don't hate him.
Oh, he just meant everything. So,
And
but that's about
Miscommunication.
Yeah.
whoops.
Yeah.
Drunk child. Don't tell everything to the drunk child. Right.
So that's it. You know, I just used to do medical stuff, but that's it. Real boring.
Mhm.
Nothing else.
Mm-mm.
Medical
Not at
stuff.
all.
Mhm.
Yep.
That was
Wink.
worth keeping from us.
Just
I don't like conflict, and you two seem like you're very, very intense. Okay.
Well,
Have you
when
looked
it
in the
comes
mirror lately?
Well, I think when it comes to keeping our family safe, that's more important than keeping a trivial secret.
I mean, we're fine.
Yeah, no, I don't have any
You just-
secrets.
Pow's not saying, and she's just staring Spore in the eyes, just not saying anything, just like
He just looks back like
Not
without
blinking, it's
blinking. Yeah.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
Mhm.
If you want to move together as a group, and I'll see if you can decode the tremendous encryption that Gon put on the flash drive. I think that
Alright, you
might
guys
be all
gotta
you're
read
going
it
to
out
get
to
for
me.
tonight.
All right.
Read it out to me, and I'll see if I can think of patterns and stuff. That's how this works, right? Never done this before.
Oh
You-
boy.
Plug it into the system in Javan's cockpit. Comes up on the one working computer screen besides the training bay. The first screen is a question. It reads, Gon's files. Javan, get out of my files. This isn't Javan, is it? Yes, no.
No.
Yes.
No.
There is a follow-up question. Come on, tell the truth. This isn't Javan, is it?
No.
Spore's like, I like him.
Well, we aren't Javan. So.
No, we're not.
No.
You hit no, and you gain access to the USB drive and have all the files.
Is this what he
really
couldn't?
Javan.
Is this what he couldn't get past the security?
Oh my god. I mean,
Oh wow.
Well,
There are a series of files. Some of them have video or audio. Some of them are videos. There's not many. There's just a couple of them. They seem to be
Oh.
categorized by date, but they're also numbered.
Oh. But we should go in order the numeric order.
There is a file that is currently locked. It is password protected. You need to figure out some way to get around the password with a computer use check. It is labeled P. The other files after that are labeled 1, 2, 3, 4.
Maybe we should
Really
watch
wish my
1,
brother
2,
was
3, and
here.
4, and then maybe we
That's
can.
the crit one.
Wanna try?
definitely. Crit, yeah.
For it.
I will use a crit for that. Computer use.
Okay. You can get into P.
Mm-hmm.
You open it up. This letter was last viewed 5 days ago. Last edited 24 years ago. It is letter from P. Hello, Master Gon. I have calculated you'll find this letter approximately 4 hours after I've left the temple. The council is yet to realize what has happened, but they will soon understand. I bumped into Key Blanche today. You'll recall he was my training partner. I haven't seen the little guy since the academy. He told me that I never smile anymore. He missed the energy I brought to the room. That got me thinking, Gon, really thinking. It's been much worse than it has in a long time. The cognitive storm in my mind has been overwhelming recently. I am filled with so much pain and rage. If anyone in the Order can understand an unquiet mind, it's certainly you, Gon. But I know Key Blanche well, and he's not going to understand. He's going to view this as a betrayal. He'll probably be able to convince the rest of the Order that I have betrayed you as well. Life is too short, Gon. You're already feeling the drain of age. Unlike you, I've had no war to win, no ultimate goal my life was culminating to. No watershed moment to strive for, no endeavors for my mind to ponder. The gift of the tactician's mind is a curse, Gon. And my idle mind has turned inward. I have already expressed to you my concerns with the Jedi's teachings. We are merely agents of the Force, but to what end? We are here to enforce the Force's will. But the Force's will gave us the abilities to do so, did it not? I do not believe the Force needs our help. It has been here before us, and it will persist long after. I've used what you have taught me. Tactics, planning, diversion, false leads. My path will be entirely untraceable to all, except for perhaps you. So, Master, the purpose of this letter is to tell you I've decided to settle down. I've been trying to introduce you for a while. I'm sure you'll remember. She's really quite fantastic. I think you would have liked her. We've been able to acquire a small plot of fertile soil on the planet known as Naboo. There, now, you have no need to try to track me. This moment I have determined you will be thinking, but he is so young. This is a teenager's flight of fancy. His logical mind has never fallen prey to this sort of emotional whim before. And you will be entirely correct. So I ask you, Master, to place trust in my logical mind. I have considered the possibilities and the various outcomes. I have come to the logical decision that this is what I want. If you have need of me, I have no doubt you'll be able to track me down. But please, for the sake of our peace and quiet, just tell the Council you are unable to find me. My invitation to meet her is still open. If you ever find yourself in the neighborhood, in a ship without any kind of positioning system, I would love to house you for a while. Best regards, P-R-O-Z-E. Pros.
Who's Pros?
The guy who wrote the letter you just read to me.
Well, he's obviously reading it in front of Javin.
No idea.
You can go to the rest of the files now. That was the only one that was locked. I'm assuming just sequential order.
Yeah.
Article 1. His voice keeps changing. It is dated 20 years ago. Young Javin has been here for a few months now. Some of the others have expressed concern over the age of the child, being older than they like most of our new recruits. He is 4, after all. And the first time I visited him at the academy, he attempted to mix me some kind of alcoholic blue concoction. Curious childhood he must have had. To that effect, I have been placed in charge, being head inquisitor, of determining the child's possible dark side susceptibility. Key Blanche seems especially wary of him. He's a strange child. His DNA has been undeterminable. And he doesn't respond to stimuli like we'd expect. In fact, he's been rather flat when others aren't around. He doesn't respond negatively to pain dealt by the training droids, and he shows a single-minded obsession with lightsabers. He's acting like all the other children he's spending time around. It's like he's been here at the temple his whole life. In case he didn't trust me while I questioned him, I brought in a few others. Grandmaster Ton, Key Blanche, and myself all interviewed young Javin independently. Even stranger findings. The masters are satisfied because they read the paper versions of the interviews, saw that Javin's answers were at least consistent. My concern comes from the recorded interviews, something they wouldn't have picked up on. He sounds different each time. His voice keeps changing. Article 2, 19 years ago. Aged 5. Article 13, Shatterpoint and Empathy. I have finally diagnosed Javin's abilities, and the Council, especially Key Blanche, has been hesitant about allowing him further training. Grandmaster Ton wishes to press Javin further into his Shatterpoint abilities. He has been able to correctly see the future with 47% accuracy. As Article 11 was dedicated to releasing Javin's Shatterpoint and his latent potential, this is rather a note on his voice. I'm not sure why it took me this long to realize it. Javin Brishan has an uncanny sensitivity to his Force empathy abilities. It's a rare trait that few Jedi study, but it seems as though poor Javin is unable to turn it off. He can't help but feel and think exactly what those around him are feeling. In fact, after noticing that his headaches coincided with mine, I pretended to have a headache just this morning. And Javan told me, Master Gon, you're lying. Your head feels fine. He Blanche brought up the point that this makes him a huge threat. On the field, if Javan were to come up against some kind of dark Jedi, he would almost undoubtedly lose himself. I've convinced the Grand Master to keep Javan in the Academy as long as he studies a Shatterpoint. In the meantime, I plan on starting a motion control training with him immediately. I just hope that he takes it seriously. I can't seem to get him to leave those damned ancient training rooms. He's never been one for book learning. 18 years ago, age 6. Article 23. She's sick. That was not what I was expecting. I was expecting something different. I'm not sure if today has been good or something else. Javan's never been very responsive to us telling him that his mother was ailing. He's always responded with short, carefree answers. No, she's fine. She'll be all right. I went to break the news to him today. The council suggested against it. They said we need to shield younglings against the stresses and reality of parental death, but Javan remembers his mom. He needs me to tell him. I have begun to record my interactions with Javan at the request of the council, in case they want to overlook it. Think I can't do my job, do they? A little video will pop on. This one's not so much of a 3D projection, but almost more like the TV. It's just two-dimensional on the screen. Javan is tiny. Gon looks almost exactly the same, but he doesn't have the breathing apparatus. Javan is probably about 6 years old. He's swinging a lightsaber around over his head. You can note that it's an actual lightsaber, not a training one. Hey, hi there, Padawan Prishan. Javan replies with a furrowed eyebrow, looking a little confused, in an accentless voice you've never heard him use before. My name's Javan Gon. Call me Javan. Oh, your name is Javan Gon. Okay, Javan Gon. No! What are you up to? Training? Javan front flips in an Ataru stance and lands in his Sarisu stance, swinging his lightsaber around over his head. Of course you are. Javan, can you put the saber away? I need to talk to you. No. Please, Javan, it's important. He puts it away. It's about your mother, Javan. She's fine, Gon. I can feel her. No, I mean, no, Javan. She's passed on now. She died? Well, no one ever really dies. They just become part of the Force. What? Well, yes, her physical body has died, Javan. She was very sick. Huh. The lightsaber ignites again. Gon gasps. Can I go back to training now? Yeah, that's Master Gon to you, Javan. Haha, you called me Javan that time. The video cuts out. Next article. 17 years ago, age 7. Article 34, Jedi Knight. Javan's investigation is closed. Looks like I can finally stretch the old wings again. Javan has been at the Academy for 3 years. He's already made Jedi Knight. Not that I would expect anything less from one of my students, but he's even bested pros at this rate. I knew he would ace the lightsaber portion of the exams, and on his first time, too, but I was concerned he might not do that well on the Force sensitivity portion. I have tried my best to keep Javan away from all dark influences, but it seems like my hesitations were for nothing. The Council was unable to goad Javan into misaction. The next article file, there's only a few of these. They seem cherry-picked. They're very specifically chosen to be on this flash drive. 2 years later, 15 years ago, aged 9. Investigation reopened. Javan got into a fight. He tackled another knight. He sent him to the medical bay. He's being awful. No matter what I do, nothing seems to reach him. This is out of nowhere. The Council's put me back on the case, but he's so distant this time. Maybe it's just an age thing. He had the audacity to yell at me today. Yell at me for not letting him mourn his mom. I lashed out. I told him it was his fault and he could go see her anytime he wanted to. That seemed to calm her down. Or calm him down. The next file's just a video. It's a close-up on Gon's face. He's looking just like you always recognize him, but still no breathing apparatus. He's fiddling with the device, the recording device. The little fronds of grass get pushed in front of it a little bit. Ah, perfect. Javan, I think I found it. Javan comes running over. He's a little bit older now. He's probably around 12, 13. Oh. Yeah, that's her. Tell me about her. She liked to work. She worked all day. I didn't get to see her much. And she'd be tired, so I learned how to make the drinks she had every night when she got home. I'd meet her with it at the front door. I'll give you a minute, you two. Holler if you need anything. He pats Javan on the shoulder and walks away. Javan is about your age for the most of you, maybe closer to Ezla, a little younger. Kind of totters back and forth. Hi, Mom. I'm sorry I didn't make it to the funeral. I was really young and stupid, and I thought you were okay. I thought I could feel you, and I wish you could see who I've grown up into, Mama. I'm a Jedi. I take after you, too. I have your charm and your work ethic and your temper. I turned out just the same. They say it's one of my weaknesses, but I won't let them change me. I won't change a single thing, not one. If my weaknesses are from you, then I'm going to keep every single one of them. I wish I could hear you scream at me again. I'd do anything. I guess I never really did mourn. I pushed you really, really deep down into my brain, so I didn't have to feel any of this or face the truth. But I promise I didn't forget you. I never did. And I'm never going to. I miss you. I miss you so much. I miss your eyes. They were brown. Mine are stupid and white. I miss the way you lit up the room. I have these dreams sometimes. I come home and you're still there. The apartment smells like your terrible cooking. I can see your eyes as clearly as if you were actually there. I like those dreams. I miss your voice. Javan kind of slumps down on 2 knees. Gon gasps in the background, but decides to stay put. Javan's pretty obviously crying. Sometimes I can't sleep, and I cry. No one knows, because I'm not supposed to. And at that part, it starts to get pretty ugly. He's sobbing. Sometimes I can't breathe, and this goes on for a little bit. Eventually, Gon has to come over and place a hand on his shoulder. After a few minutes, Javan catches his breath, stands up. I'm not done. Take your time. I get to go lots of places. You said you always wanted to travel. We'd go places one day. So, don't worry. I'm going to live every single one of your dreams. Everywhere I go, you'll be inside of me. In the light and the dark and the pain and the fun. I will open my eyes to the wind and open my mind to the force. I'll let you inside of me and I'll let you look out through these stupid white eyes that you made. I love you, Mom. Time skips between that and the next file. File 121. Javan's mission with Ty. Redacted from the desk of the headmistress. File 122. Javan made master at 14. This one has no visuals, just audio. You can hear pacing, the clacking of shoes on the marble floors of the Jedi Temple. They're gonna kick me out. They're gonna kick me out. They're not going to kick you out of the Jedi, Javan. No, you don't know. The mission went really, really bad. Javan, take a deep breath. You're fine. You're supposed to control your emotions. No. Ty was really messed up. There's some clattering, some clacking. Eventually visuals turn on. It's the Jedi Council room. Javan's standing in the middle. Yon's standing next to him. There's a tall man in yellow robes. You can recognize him as Key Blanche. He's still one of the council members to this day. We all know why we're here today, to look at Jedi Knight Javan Brishan. Let's just hurry this up, we're late for lunch. I've prepared something I want to say. Allow me to say it before you say anything else. Please, to quote a favorite poet of mine. Easily dust settles on our memories. Like portraits painted in the thick strokes of time, faces become blurred, voices become like whispers in the wind. Details are obscured by romantic reminiscences and painful recriminations. Depending on what we remember, we try to wipe dust, to blow fresh winds onto staling memories, but it's never the same. With every wipe and every breath, a little of the original portrait floats away until eventually all we have are blank canvases and dusty fingers. Key Blanche interrupts him. Oh, come on. Javan looks like he's about to start crying. Oh, come on, Key Blanche, let the young man talk. Grandmaster Ton, I've played along thus far. Can we just get it over with? You do have a point. I am loath to interrupt your favorite hip-hop lyrics, Javan. But if time is often of the essence in these meetings, and we all have much to do, I hereby bequeath upon you the rank of Jedi Master for going above and beyond the expectations of any Jedi Knight and bringing our councilwoman Ty back home safely. You are the youngest master I've ever heard of, Master Javan. Please do your new title honor and wear it well. Javan looks up, terrified. What? Cuts out. You only have 2 or 3 articles left. Article 150. First student. Javan's been paired up with someone named Esmeralda. She's a little hot-headed, so I'm keeping my eye on her. She's a fiery 14-year-old. Javan's only a few months older than her. As long as Javan's able to keep her calm and keep his empathetic walls up, he'll be very good for her. Hopefully they'll level each other out a bit. As far as the inquiry into Javan's concerned, I am happy to finally close it again. Notes. It is dated. Javan would be about 16. Darth Invenity. Quirmian. Definitely, no doubt in my mind. Our Darth Invenity, as he calls himself, is definitely a Quirmian. That's how he wields 4 lightsabers in combat at the same time. Tan always was a talented man, a head and shoulder above his peers, but even he stood no chance against an attack of that magnitude. Councilwoman Ty has been elected the new Grand Master, or Grand Mistress now, I suppose. Hopefully no one finds out about redacted by the desk of the headmistress. I am concerned about this Quirmian. He's obviously smart, or at least someone behind the scenes is. The first name, Darth, it invokes an ancient fear. An ancient fear of the Sith. Article 151. Job investigation reopened. Age 16. They're getting close. The council is concerned. They're alone all the time together, Javan and his student. They're becoming harder and harder to reach, and if she catches feelings for Javan, he might not be equipped to reject them. I might have to separate them if these rumors continue, but I fear what that might awaken in Javan if the council tears them apart. This is not going to be easy. 3 articles left. Article 166, age 17, before Esmeralda's funeral. The reports we've gotten from Javan have been minimal, to say the least. The council wanted to hear what happened. The next article is a video. Javan's just talking to Gon. It's like what I told the council. We thought we could take him. He showed up, he was too much. We should have known. If Doth and Vanity could have killed the Grand Master, there's no way we stood a chance. I know that, Javan. How did you beat him? I don't think I beat him. When she died, I didn't feel her anymore. There was nothing left. All I could feel was Doth and Vanity's happiness. Happiness? He was ecstatic, malicious, but reveling in his victory. I broke his arms. With your lightsaber? No, with my hands. I shocked him, too. Lightning came out of my fingertips. Okay. And that's what defeated him? He knew what he was doing. He pulled out his lightsabers as I hopped into a defensive stance. He couldn't touch me. By the time I severed 2 of his arms, he knew he was fighting a losing fight. You know the rest from there. He plummeted out the window into the depths of the city. And all the council members believe you killed him? No, he's fine. I know he's still out there. That Cormian's still out there somewhere, this time with 2 arms. Well, push it out of your mind, Javan. I know. He, Blanche, didn't let you join the council, but Ty voted you the battle master. That's never happened. Someone of your age, a 17-year-old. I don't want to be the battle master. It's stupid. There is 1 file left. About 6 months ago. Conversation. This one, it's not titled, it's just the equivalent of AVI 1. Javan is training in his little hollow room. He's taking little rain droplets and poking them millimeters to the side, getting everything perfect. Gon's pacing behind him. This time, you can hear the whir of his respirator again. So, Gon, I heard that the whole Mandalorian thing didn't go over so well. Stand up straight. No. Have you been thinking about your mother again, Javan? Thinking about my mom? No, that is completely unfounded. What do you want? I have a student. You see, one of the Mandalorians. Actually, goes by the name of, Pow. That's a bit of an odd one. was kind of sort of hoping you'd help look after her. This is what all the drama is about? One kid? Yes. He turns around. I heard you got banished from the planet. Well, not just me, the entire Jedi Order. They don't want anything to do with us. How'd you piss them off so bad? Well, there was a misfire the Republic attacked. Pow was being taken to the capital to see the Mandalore. She got shot down, and I found her. I could tell there was something special there, so I offered, if things don't work out here, you can come to the Jedi Temple with me and learn how to be a Jedi. And let me guess, things didn't work out? I had built up quite a rapport with the Mandalore, you see, Javan. He wanted to see her very badly. Why's that? It seems they got separated a long time ago. She is the Mandalore's little sister. He's trying to bring the family back together. And he let you walk away with her? Well, not exactly. He said he'd give me a 5-minute head start, and you better believe me, I took it. It's your job to keep peace between those planets. And you thought the best idea was to possibly start a war and kidnap the Mandalore's sister. Yes. So you understand why you can never, ever tell her about this. And you want me to look after her? Well, yes. That was the idea. If anyone can teach her. There's a destiny, Javan. I can feel it. I can't see the future. I know she needs to be here. You owe me a favor. No matter what it is, no matter what I call you on, when, you need to drop everything and do exactly what I say. Okay. Fine, it's a deal. I owe you a favor, Javan. Call on me anytime. Thank you. This information is entirely proprietary. Yeah. I'm working on this. I'm busy. Get out. Well, thank you. He shuffles out and the video ends. You've reached the end of the files.
Strider, my heart. I can't take it. So many feels.
How you were kidnapped? Mandalorian napped.
What is Pow's reaction to this information? I think you might be muted. It's on mouth.
There we go. She's kind of like in shock a little bit, but you can kind of tell like the next thing she's probably gonna be pretty mad. She's starting to
I get behind
kind
Spore.
of stare at the screen.
Spore shifts behind Isla instead, and like they just. He's
It's like
like,
dominoes just out of
yeah. And they just keep backing up farther away.
Those two are backing up. Lyra, no one understands anger and how it correlates to being a Jedi better than you.
Lyra's like tears just streaming down her face. Like she can't believe everything that she's just heard. How? What are you feeling?
She's kind of like just like slams her fist on the things. Of course they keep secrets from me. That's all they do. I thought I was being taken for my own safety, but I have family they didn't tell me about. Is this the kind of order that you want to be a part of? Keeps people away from each other? Secrets? Really? I need to go home.
And Lyra's just like tears streaming. She's like, but you're my family too.
We should all go.
How I will remind you, you were sitting in the cockpit of a spaceship.
Javin's gone, right? Hell yeah, sure. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, I'm
Remember
not
to turn life
as well.
support back on.
She
What?
scares me,
Life
so yeah, she scares me. So I'm gonna listen to her.
You two are backing up when the engines kick over and the ship turns on.
Spore, I think we're going to Mandalore.
Whatever Pal wants.
Anybody asks, we were the
Everybody's
hostages in this
hostages now.
situation. I'm gonna go back and find my street clothes. They're in my room. I never got rid of them. That way, 'cause I don't think the Jedi are allowed there. After the message.
Oh.
So we should definitely be not Jedi when we go there.
How you are... You can roll me a pilot check, please.
You know what? Let's crit. Let's crit this. I need to get out of here, away from this Jedi.
You were almost vertical straight away from the Jedi Temple. With that crit, the Republic on the outskirts of the planet see a ship there registered belonging to the Jedi taking quick leave, and they're like, okay, yeah, seems legit.
Sure.
You guys aren't hanging on, no messages are sent, anything. You are soon immersed in the blackness. Anyone that wants to make an astrogate check can help try to plot a course to Mandalore.
You don't want me to do it. I can't read or see a map, really. It's just
Lyra just like puts her hand on Pau's shoulder and she's like, can I at least help?
She's like, just kind of like acknowledges, like, make sure the way is safe. She just kind of like, she doesn't look, but she kind of like, she's willing to take that hand on the shoulder.
And with her hand there, she just kind of nods and like, okay, 21.
so you've crits.
You
don't crash.
know
I
exactly.
got a 19 on my die.
That's awesome.
No, that is fantastic.
That's good.
21's better than 20. Yeah, you can.
3.
You know the exact quickest, safest way to get there. Pal, Lyra, please roll me some kind of spot check. Pal, I'll even let you use pilot. Ezla, please roll me a C-Force check.
All right.
Mhm.
Pilot.
15.
4.
Ooh,
12.
on it today. 25.
That makes sense.
Lyra, while you're astrogating, you're comparing the stars around yourself to the maps to get orientation and know exactly where you need to go. The slightest change of 1 degree could actually be a really big deal when you're traveling over space. You look up like an hour or so after you get away from Coruscant. Javin's ship isn't the fastest, but it should be able to get you there soon enough. You're looking up at the stars, and you try to find the next little cluster, the next constellation you need to find. And it's not there. There's a big block of pitch black. Ezla, you can sense a ship nearby.
Guys,
Yes.
Yeah?
I think there's a ship nearby.
Can you tell
I
if
don't-
it's hostile or friendly?
You're asking an awful lot.
I know. I'm the worst.
Ezla, what direction?
Do I know?
Yeah, you can give a vague point.
Somewhere this way, I think.
It's your call, pal.
I guess Have your eye
Now,
on visuals.
glancing over, Ezla's pointing exactly at that pitch black lack of any stars ahead. Lyra and Pow, you can see the familiar telltale signs, like a mirage, or heat on a blacktop, the air start wavering as a hostile ship is uncloaking in front of you. You can recognize it as the same ship. But it's actually-
Round 2.
I think that is a perfect place to wrap
That's
up
it.
today's adventure with the kids.
What have you done? My heart is broken now.
Okay, I robbed a casino. And then stowed
You'll have
away
that.
on a ship.
Well, that's how I like my D&D to go. There's some plot twists. There's way too much lore shoehorned into like 10, 15 minutes. That's how I like to do things. There's mystery, intrigue, and now, well, let's start with Pow. Shauna, what do you think your plans for next week are? If you can
I
get
don't
away
know.
from this spaceship.
Go home, but first you have to get rid of this ship that's been, chasing us. So exciting to see where that goes.
Yeah, I am
my new
on the edge of
hostages.
my seat. I am on the edge of my seat. I have no idea what's going to happen. Well, we're doing this out of order tonight. Lindy, how are you? How's Ezla?
I'm doing pretty spiffy. That was a lot of fun. Ezla's got a lot to think on. After seeing all of that, she's intrigued. She's probably gonna try to do some more digging, but she doesn't get technology and she can't read, so she's probably gonna be like, "Hey Geo, hey Geo," later on. Also gonna try to spend more time with Robot Mom, ask him about, Skeleton Man, like, maybe over, just chill, just relaxed, make Spore feel comfortable. But yeah, that was really cool. That was awesome. And you can find me online at Laugh of Lindy, doing all sorts of D&D, Star Wars, shit tons of Call of Cthulhu, tabletop video games, all sorts of stuff. Just check my Twitter. I update on there when I'm going live.
Awesome. Shauna, I don't think we actually got your plug information at the end there.
All right. Oh, we found on Twitter, Flying Cirrus. I'm on Power Score RPGs channel for Waffle Talk, which is a Dice Camera Action reaction show that's on Tuesdays after Dice Camera Action at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, and it re-airs on the D&D channel at 7 p.m. on Thursdays. And I play on his channel on Saturdays, every other Saturday, including this Saturday, so at 6:30 p.m. So should be fun. And I will let Kay make the second announcement, which is real exciting.
Yeah.
Well, let's hear it. Kayla, how's our droid? How are you?
He's the worst. He doesn't like conflict, and he's real scared of everyone but Ezla, so that's why he doesn't want to talk about anything ever. Yeah, and now he's terrified because he got kidnapped by the kid that scares him the most, so...
I like this episode.
Kid napped. Napped by a kid.
Now you get to see how much of a coward he is, I guess, and doesn't want to have
I like the
conflict.
layers.
Yeah.
He's super cocky and he thinks he's the best, but he's also a total coward. And
Yes.
it's not only puppet shows and children's TV, it's also deep dark secrets.
Yeah.
Murder secrets.
Where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter at KAYNCLI, and then my big announcement, and that Shauna is involved in as well, is that we're both going to be in a Wizards show on the twitch.tv/D&D channel called Hell's Bells, and that's starting soon. And if you want to get more information on it, you can go to twitter.com/hellsbellsdnd, and bells is spelled BELLES.
Exciting, yes.
So exciting!
Good.
Yay!
That's fantastic. I'm gonna need to check that out.
Yeah.
Last but not least, Amber, how's our Lyra doing? You had a lot of information thrown at you this session.
She's destroyed. What have you done? First off, thank you so much, Strider. You did a phenomenal job.
Lyra is torn. She is so connected to what Javin feels, and that's exactly the type of Jedi she is, where she has all those emotions, but then she genuinely considers Pow her family, and just, yeah, like, heart ripped out this session.
Where can we find you?
On Twitter at Furore_DND. I'm here on Wednesdays playing Star Wars with you guys, and then I DM my Curse of Strahd tabletop session, which is in person. We're actually fighting Strahd this Saturday, and I don't know if anybody's seen it, but Kayla drew me and my whole group a picture of like everybody, and it was awesome. It's definitely on my page. Go check it out. But look for all of my like explosive tweets on Saturday as I finally get to be Strahd and see what happens.
Tremendous. I love it. I love these people. I've been Strider Heap, your DM. Hopefully, thanks to those who stuck around till the end. I am playing Skyrim on the same channel tomorrow. I'm playing Laren. He's a dark elf, and he talks like this sometimes. And then on Sundays, I'm on Grimjack21502's channel, playing Elijah Sawyer with Lindy here, who is playing a crazy German doctor, and she's the only one that speaks German. We are in Berlin, right before World War II, so yeah. But thanks for checking out the game. Thanks for sticking with us to the end. I had fun ripping hearts out. I heard that phrase, and that is what I aim to do as a DM. So we're just getting started, though. Check us out here next week, same time, same place. Until then, try not to roll too many nat ones, because we want to be here laughing when you do. Got it. Night.
Bye, guys.